Ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be doing a full breakdown of my faction mode so you can earn the most currency and the best superstars and fast wins as possible. If you do find this video helpful, can you please share it and also give it a cheeky like and maybe comment down below to help me out in the YouTube algorithm. And now the first thing you want to do before we jump into my faction is head over to the options, go into gameplay, and change difficulty to easy. Not only that, you do want to change your pin minigame to rapid because, I mean, the flick up method is cool, but you can use the rapid technique in my faction. Now that those two options have changed, click into my faction and it's time to begin the mode. If this is your first time loading into my faction and you're not sure which pack to use, whether Raw, SmackDown or NXT, I highly recommend that you go with NXT. Bron Breakker has a badge where if you win in under 5 minutes, you get extra My Faction points. He is very helpful when doing faction wars. So definitely go with Team NXT. Once you've selected your first superstar branding pack, the next thing you want to do is head into the locker codes and enter these 4 codes above. Entering Austin 316 ESB will give you an Emerald Stone Cold to use in-game, which is unique to my faction. Entering New Day Rocks will give you a free Xavier Woods manager card. Entering Up Up Down Down will give you a Tyler Breeze manager card. And entering the code Even Stronger 23 will give you 3,000 My Faction points plus free Superstar Series 1 packs. In my faction, doing challenges are your friend. If you're not sure how to get here, it's right next to the locker codes on the left hand side. Once you're here, make sure you always try to do the challenge where you can earn tokens. As you can see, the one for today says Flying Fever. We get free tokens and it's land 10 diving attacks in one match. Very easy to do, and it'll give you free tokens, which will help boost us to get some good superstars straight off the bat. If we jump over to lifetime challenges and look at the Foil Ripper challenge, you get 25 tokens for opening up 5 packs. This is a very good way to earn tokens towards the token market. Not only that, if we jump down here, there's some challenges that I haven't even done yet, where you can actually earn tokens just for putting on side plates on some superstars. So you've got gold or silver with side plates, and there's also one for ruby as well, which you can earn 8 over there. Not only that, there's an emerald one which you can earn another 5. If you've pre-ordered the game and got the prototype Cena or the Bad Bunny, make sure you put side plates on them just to do this challenge, and then you'll have a bunch of tokens in no time. Starting things off in my faction, the token market will be your friend. Now that you've built up some tokens without even playing the game, you want to jump into the token market and head over to the Emerald section. The superstar we want to start off with here is actually a female until we get the ball rolling. So Gigi Dolan is actually really good. If we look at Gigi Dolan, she has the badge called Space Invader. Space Invader will be your best friend during my faction, whether it's in Proving Grounds or whether it's in Faction Wars. And the reason we want to go for Gigi Dolan is because she is a technician and she has a very high technical submission offense, being at 76. Now that Gigi Dolan is in your team, the best thing to do is set a manager. Now you don't need a manager, and if you don't have this Paul Heyman, it doesn't matter too much, but it does give an extra boost to technicians with technical submission offense. And the way I got this Paul Heyman card was by purchasing the Icon Edition. Now I know that's very expensive for a lot of people, so don't worry too much if you don't have this card, but if you do have another manager with technical submission offense, then that is a huge W for you and you should use it. But until then, you can use any manager, it doesn't really matter. Now that our squad is all set, we've got the Gigi Dolan, we've got a bunch of tokens, let's jump into Faction Wars and I'll show you how quickly you can actually win with Gigi Dolan. So let's swap to the females and start her up. So this is your first My Faction game. You've got Gigi Dolan, you've got your tokens. All you want to do is R2 and circle. You'll put them into a submission and you want to spam the square button. As you can see, just like that, boom. They've tapped out in like 3 seconds. Gigi Dolan is extremely overpowered, so she is definitely the best thing to pick up straight away. The only bad thing when winning in like 3 seconds is if you go to start another match, you will get a connection error. So the best thing to do, I would personally say, is to do some taunts on the apron to earn extra My Faction points, which we will get into in a second. But as you can see, for that match, we got 75 there, but we also earned 343 My Faction points in like 3 seconds, and that's actually a lot. The only issue now is if you do start a game, your game will get a connection error because you're loading the game way too fast. So as you can see, something went wrong Please try again. And if we go back to Faction Wars, your game will crash. So I will show you the best way around this method and how to maximize your point usage, and so you can open up all the packs. But don't freak out if you get this screen. Now I'll be showing you the best way to do Faction Wars so you can earn a maximum of 500 points per game. So that way you can open up packs with ease. So the first thing you want to do is actually jump into a match. We will use GG Dolan again for this tutorial. So I'll see you when the game starts. With the game starting, all you want to do is run and just strike your opponent. Press the touchpad on your PlayStation controller or select on Xbox. Press right on your D-pad and spam left. And you can see that you'll do 2 taunts at the same time. That will give you 30 Myfaction points. Do the same for every superstar on the apron. This is a bit of a bug at the moment, and it was in the previous game, so take advantage of it while you can. Same thing for the last person here. We got Dewdrop. Press right on your D-pad, spam left, and you'll get both taunts done in a second. If we go to our options here, actually, you'll see that it did work. So you've completed both taunts. Very easy. So just like that, we have obtained 90 Myfaction points. What you want to do now, I'm GG Dolan currently, is Irish whip your enemy. Irish whip your enemy out of the ring. There we go, just a couple of punches. She's done. Irish whip him out of the ring. You can do it a little bit faster than me. And then do the same. Go to the apron, press right. I can't get in the apron. Press right, and then spam left, and you'll do both taunts. So just like that, both taunts are done. I accidentally went a bit overboard here, but that's okay. They're still outside the ring. Get inside the ring, and then your opponent should follow you back in. I don't know why she went all the way around. Normally this doesn't happen. Once your opponent makes her way into the ring, hold R2 and circle, and that will do a submission. And what I do is spam the square button. If it's not square, go for circle. And just like that, she will tap straight away, way before the opponents can jump into the ring. So pre-jack the square button and you should get the W. If it does change its circle, just swap over, because it will always start. A quick tip, it will always start with square, or it will always start with circle. So for that game, yes, it went for a little bit longer, but you do earn more Myfaction points, which also you don't get that crash for the end of the game. So as you can see, we got 420 Myfaction points, as well as the duplicates for the rewards from the briefcases. So you can earn 500 per match in like 30 seconds if all you do is taunting. And this way, like I said, it should stop that connection error so you can go straight in to another game. Now, once you have received enough tokens, you will need a total of 41. If you can get 41 tokens, I highly recommend that you just buy 12 random emerald cards, and then you can buy 1 sapphire. The sapphire card that I highly recommend is Doink the Clown. He is extremely overpowered, and plus, Doink the Clown with Bron Breaker means that you're going to earn so much more coin. If we check Doink the Clown's submission over here on the right hand side, the technical submission offense is 68, and he has a high space invader. If we now jump into a Faction Wars match and use Doink the Clown, you can do the exact same method. You can make him tap out instantly, but I do highly recommend that you do the taunt thing where you press right on your D-pad and spam left to do them both at the same time. It's so much quicker and you earn so much more faction points. You might as well earn as much points as possible. So what we're going to do, we're going to run, we're going to do an attack, we're going to swap to someone on the apron, do the right and spam left, boom, 1 done. Do it to Stone Cold, right, spam left, boom, done. Do it to this last person, right, spam left, boom, done. As you can see, it might not look like it, but we've done them all. All 3 are already done. Bad Bunny, Stone Cold, Edge, already all their taunts are done. All you want to do now is swap to Doink the Clown. Sometimes you'll either be getting your butt whooped, or sometimes you'll be in the lead, but I'm also stunned, so this isn't good. All you want to do is try and get back into the ring, and then do the same thing that they did on the apron. Press right on your D-pad and spam left. Now they're on the apron, press right on the D-pad, spam left, and then boom, taunts are done. Get back inside the ring and just wait for your opponent. As soon as your opponent enters the ring, R2 and circle, and then you'll earn all your points. R2 and circle will get the Rock in a submission and make him tap out. Let's spam square, and just like that, he's done. He was at full health, he's taken no red damage, so Doink is extremely OP. If you get the right button straight away, he did end up taking out, which kind of sucked. As you can see at the bottom, he was at full health, so very easy, and you will maximize your point usage. If we skip this by pressing start, going over here, you can see we earned 412 points this time by doing every single challenge. And if you do have Bron Breaker on your squad, you will earn even more points. So if you can get him at the start of the game, definitely go for it. And now we're showing you some of the badges you should be looking out for when playing Myfaction. One of the best ones you can get is actually on this leader card by earning a bunch of cards. This is going to be very unlikely that anyone will get this straight away. But if you can find a card that has unscathed, this will give you extra Myfaction points if they don't take heavy damage. Other badges which are good is Quick Winner, which is currently on Bron Breaker's NXT card in the starter pack. Always See It Coming, which is actually on this Maurice card you can get from the token market, and this will gain special meter after every single reversal. So you get your special very quickly and you can get your finisher done very quickly. So Maurice is a little bit of a cheat code when it comes to Proving Ground. So if you can get your hands on this card, she will do you absolute wonders. She also has Sting Like a Bee, which does increase light and heavy attacks, and Merciless Opportunist, which increases damage when your opponent is stunned. So if you can, try and get your hands on this Maurice, because she will be an absolute cheat code. And now I do hope this video did help you, but there is one more thing I do want to show off. Now, I was contemplating putting this in a video because this is absolutely broken, and I do think this should be patched. So without further ado, let's break Myfaction even more. So if we jump out of Myfaction, go into gameplay, head over to the advanced tab by pressing R1 3 times on the PlayStation controller. Then you want to go to Submission Minigame by pressing R2 or L2 to get to that setting. You want to change some of these because some reason these settings actually count in Myfaction. And now the options you want to change is the Hum Attacker button, press Start Strength to 100. The Hum Attacker Wrong button, penalty to 0. And last but not least, the Hum Defender button, press Strength to 100. Yes, I know it's short for human, but you get the idea. Save the settings and this will absolutely break Myfaction for you. Don't be surprised if this gets patched in the future because this is extremely broken. You're about to witness something that is so crazy that you might as well take advantage of it while you can. Now, if we go to do a submission, the bar should fill up extremely quickly, so they should have no time to run into the ring. So if I spam circle, look how fast that is. I didn't even have to try. That is extremely crazy and broken. This is going to get fixed so quickly, so might as well take a bit of advantage while you can. But there is also a way to make that even more easier so you don't have to spam your buttons. And now to make it so you don't have to spam it, so you can just hold your button down, go back into the settings, you can do this beforehand as well, and change allow held input for minigames to on. Once this is selected, press start and jump back into Myfaction. And you can see how even more broken this is to the point where you don't even have to spam on your controller. This is going to be so broken. So what we just done made it so we don't have to spam the button. All you gotta do is hold square or hold circle. So we'll get her into a submission, hold square, and watch this. This is so nuts. Oh, we'll hold circle, sorry. Look at that. I'm not even tapping. I'm just holding a button. If you got square straight away, it would have been useful. But we'll do another one. Blah, just to show you. Get into a submission, hold square, nothing else, just square. Look at that. I'm not even tapping. Look how fast that was. If you get the wrong button straight away, sometimes it's not fast enough, so just do another submission and you'll win. Very, very broken, so like I said, take advantage while you can because this will 100% be patched. And now I really hope you enjoyed this video and it helped you out a lot, so make sure you click the thumbs up button, comment down below what you think, and also share it with your friends. But until next time, happy grinding.